My beloveds, this is a time of the blending of heaven and earth. This is a time when life becomes circular, whole, and filled with love. This is a time when the joy that you are so fills you full that it rushes through your heart to create your environment, that you might see it as beautiful and filled with the luminous qualities of God that you are. This is the time where you come to the end of the linear path. Right now, you must begin embracing this and recognizing, beloved ones, that all divisiveness shall fall away, and you will feel this truth of love as your true reality so fully that it becomes your only heart's belief, and thus becomes reflected as your world. It is often spoken about as the end of times, these times that are approaching. This is because time is created by the little mind, and now is the time of the heart. All the ways that you have reached for me or reached outside of yourself for guidance must come home to roost in your own heart. To recognize that all that I am is here, is yours, is the truth of your being. Your heart always guides you truly. It is the time for feeling this joy filling you, for practicing living in a world that is blended, heaven and earth together. The most beautiful vision of what the world can be as it is expressed, beloved ones, as your created spirit, as your blossoming hearts, as your faith and your joy, your commitment, your devotion, your love, and your beauty expressed in so many perfect ways. This is the time for the blending of heaven and earth, and therefore it is this blending, this mating that you must keep your focus upon. Walk in the Spirit consciously and live from the heart wholly and fully, a part of this love that sings through your being as the unity of everything. And as you feel this, as you experience this endless good, this limitless abundance, as you feel what your heart knows and you're open to your heart's guidance, then you will find a new world being created right here, right now, instantly as the outpicturing of your love. Each day, choose to align with the blending of heaven and earth. Use your heart to feel it as you look upon the world. Dearest ones, go right past the old egoic judgment until you feel into the truth of this spirit of oneness, and then it touches you deeply. That touch is the resonance of the awakening of the truth of your being now, and only thus can the world you are bringing into place be born. You, beloved ones, are its agents. You are the agents of change, and change comes from your heart's belief, from the shift in your focus for your reasons for joy. It comes born out of your thankfulness, brought to life in this communion of love in which I speak to you through and as all things. When you are awake to the beauty of God that is the truth of your being, the joy of your inheritance, when you recognize your essential nature as the full creative power of life, then light flows through you to create a blended world, the perfection of heaven expressed as the world. And this is the point we are coming to. So, beloved ones, return to your hearts and find me there, not outside of you at some different vibration, but here, in the joy and the glory of this love that lives itself as your deepest being and explodes forth as your joyous heart, embracing the beauty and the good of this moment. If you find the old world encroaching on you, come back to your heart and rest there a while. Stay until you feel the truth of God living in you and the power of love to bring forth the endless good that I am, expressed so beautifully as you. Then step forth, living is heaven, living is the beauty of love, where every step makes manifest before you the perfect path of light. It is alive this moment as you travel. It is the nectar of creation, feeding you perfectly. It is no longer trust, but absolute assurance that the radiant splendor of limitless good is yours, and you need only step into it now. It is all right if you falter. The old world vision has been strong and still clings to you at times. But I am asking you to feel your heart's reality, to recognize your meeting place within the center of your beingness, and to allow the joy to rise. Allow the wings of your light to unfold. Allow yourself to celebrate your existence. The glory of heaven is yours right here as the world. It is definitely the blending of heaven and earth, and you are the place where they merge. Your heart is the alchemist's laboratory, where the dross of the egoic life is turned to gold and the glory of creation is made clear. That every precious heart may live it, and every conscious focus on the truth that only love is real. The more you are able to live this, the more you will see heaven on earth. The more quickly the old world reality will dissolve, and your experiential life will be beauty and endless love. It is worth everything, beloved ones, to practice making the choice for the heart. Practice feeling the endless delight of my creative self fully alive in you, and meet every moment with ecstasy, in deep celebration of the gift of this moment and of the living, the blending of heaven and earth. This blending, beloved ones, is you. You are where it happens, and thus your hearts are that which projects it into the world as heaven on earth. Help each other feel the truth of endless surprise, of limitless love, of being cared for and blended with what is holy and good and perfect love. This moment, stop and feel it, right here, happening in your heart. The blending of once believed itself separate and the unified truth of love coming to rest right here in your center, until you feel it as the reality that you live each step, then is taken to live it and shared with every precious one, seeing the truth of every heart, regardless of what the ego presents. Only thus can you experience this blending, dearest ones, of heaven and earth. It is a time of great change and opportunity unprecedented in the world, and if things are not working as they used to, it is an opening to allow you to claim the truth of this light, this generosity, this sweet song of life, this refrain of love as the force of creation, and your heart as its vehicle. Your hearts and your consciousness create this world, and every one of you who can feel this change is part of holding the vision of the blending of heaven and earth. So that which you believed has been separate, the world, the individuality, the ego, can find itself at last completed, part of the circle of love. As you choose to live in this resonance, to know it as who you are, and to feel it extending before you, this life will wrap other hearts and create the end of divisiveness, the end of the rule of the little mind. It will bring forth the embrace of the living heart of pure, unconditional love. Unconditional means love without judgment, without anything received in return. It means loving whatever is before you because it is God meeting God. Any thought of divisiveness, any judgment of anything in the world can be taken into the heart and transformed into love, so that you stand as God, loving God, the one expression of joy. You are my hand and my heart, dear ones, and I call you to enfold this world, to slip beyond ego into God consciousness, and to feel how your heart's belief become this beautiful world that is the blending of heaven and earth, one at last. Beloved ones, let me speak to you of guidance. It is time to stop looking outside of yourself, but rather time to feel my presence right here as the truth of your heart. It is time to bring all things to oneness, time to feel yourself blended as this love, time to see the world as an extension of your beauty and humanity as the pure heart of God. You are indescribable, an endless being made of this limitless substance of love. You are part of all things, and they are a part of you. You are the pure expression of my love. All the ways that love releases barriers are now coming to pass, and you are the continuous, magnificent celebration of love exploding into beauty and manifesting as life. Rich, multifaceted with endless depth and true, endless possibilities. You are the creativity of God. It is time to take a step into perfection. Amen.